Hello and welcome to Tier Fun. I am Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today we're flashing it back to another Infect list. I saw this. There's an article on Channel Fireball that Jacob Wilson had taken or had top 8'd with an Infect list that was a little bit different from what's been played recently. Well, I should say a little bit. The real main difference here is he played Claw Mir over Jace Viren's Prodigy, and the idea behind that is just to have more of a threat density rather than card selection and potential flashback on pump spells. His list is it's essentially, I would say, tuned for quick kills, so hopefully we'll be able to see some quick ones. Jacob Wilson, for those you don't know, is one of the prides of Canada in terms of Magic. I'd say one of Canada's best players, as well as Shaun Mclaren and ooh man, I shouldn't have started name dropping because I am spacing on a few good ones. Canada's got a lot of good players, and Jacob Wilson's one of them, is what I'm saying. Sorry, other guys who I've forgotten. But yeah, the goal for Infect, if for some reason you don't know, is to attack with creatures that have Infect. Infect only requires 10 damage to get through. So essentially, your 1/1s are essentially 2/2s, as long as poison counters equal to damage. It's a deck full of pump spells and creatures, so let's just get in there. This Jacob Wilson brew. YouTube. I think this is an okay hand. We have a couple of pump spells. We have a turn 1 Infect. We have a way of interacting. This is another thing. Jacob was running Echoing Truth in the main, which I'm kind of excited to see. I guess I'm going to keep this. This isn't a great hand. Dried Arbor is essentially a mulligan, but I think I like it. Any hand with a turn 1 Glistener Elf is fine by me, as long as there's pump spells as well. So next turn, assuming there's no interaction, maybe this is Scape Shift. We can get in for 5. I guess we are on a turn 3 kill here, assuming that there's no interaction. Oh, did not see that coming. Wow. So, Wooded Foothills into Strangleroot Geist. Okay. That's a thing. So, we're looking for an Infect creature here. I don't think there's a reason to block. I could have pumped and blocked, which is... Okay, so this is just mono green Stompy with some upgrades. Alright, Ink Moth is great. I think we'll just play it and pass. We want to keep our lands around if at all possible. Ooh, this thing has reach. I always forget that. You should know it has reach. From that its head is kind of reaching out of the top of the border. So that's really the only tip off that it has reach in terms of art. So because of that, let's see, Rancor's fine. We can unsummon. I guess I could have unsummoned in response. Let's see. Let's go through my 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna have enough. I think we'll just take this turn. Yeah. Are we gonna be able to cast Double Vines? Probably not. Let's get rid of the reach guy. Well, no, because we can't do that. Let's not do that. Let's think about our lines here. Ooh, Aspect. Okay. So, okay. Well, this is actually kind of good. Get to Echoing Truth there. They can attack us for 4, 5, 6, 7. So do we get down the Blighted Agent, or do we just go in with Ink Moths? Probably just going in with Ink Moths. Yeah. It's close. Let's get down Blighted Agent. Ugh. This is real close. Alright. Yeah. I have decided. So I think we're going to have to try to... We need a land. I think we're blocking here because they're going to play... Oh, they have their own Dried Arbor. Interesting. So this is rough. All right, so we're taking 4 here. I think we trade Dryad Arbors. That puts us to 4 cards in the graveyard. 4, 5, 6. That's not good. Okay. How do we get out of this? I guess we're gonna Groundswell. This gives me the mana next turn. They have to play. Yeah. Mirror is not what we're looking for. This is Trample, as I've found out. Oof. I feel like we were close on this one. So we can put it to 5, but then we can't win. 3, 6. 3, 7. This is Trample as well. I think we're just dead. We can't win this turn. Yeah. I think that was very poorly played by me. Opponent's asking if they know me from anywhere. I doubt that they've watched me, but maybe. Okay, so against this deck, I think we just want to be quick. They happen to have a quick draw that time. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. We could bring in another Echoing Truth, but I think we're fine. This hand looks a whole lot better. It's unfortunate. We probably want 1 less land here, but Hierarch Blighted Agent is very good, as well as Pendelhaven. One of these lands is probably going to get Dried Armor. But other than that, yeah. I can't help shaking the feeling that I punted that first game. I just don't know where I did it right now. That's the one thing about Infect. You really do have to play tight. It kind of looks like a deck where you just play creatures and then throw pump spells and then win. But there's a lot of little minor things that you have to be solid on in order to win enough of the 50-50 games that you reap the benefit of the easy win games. Because yeah, there are going to be easy wins with this game, with this deck. Sometimes your opponent just doesn't have anything. But man, that Dismember was brutal. You hear the one that have videos around. Yeah. All right. We can lead on Pendelhaven. No real reason to though. think we're gonna burn one of our fetches. Save the other one for a groundswell. Alright, opponent is a nice dude. All right, enough of that smiling and chatting. Let's try to beat face here. Oh well. So let's just play Nexus. Nexus Pass. Well, not Nexus Pass. Nexus Agent. We could leave open Groundswell here, but I think we just want to attack through. Put some mild pressure on our opponent. So we're two decks doing the same thing. We're just stone cold racing. I don't think we need the extra land here. Oh, I should have played Pendelhaven. That's probably going to bite me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Could have won this turn. FYI. I'm put off by the niceness of our opponent. For the record, that is a strategy if you want to play online or in person. Chat up your opponent. If they're weak-minded like myself, they're more likely to play poorly. So we're blocking here. And assume this is going to be game. I'm going to mutagenic growth. Oop. And then if they have anything in response, they need to have 2 things in response. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. All right, so we got that one. For the record, we should have won a turn earlier, but I was schmoozing. Schmoozing will always get the best of you. Yeah, I think we just run it back. We'll try to play tighter this time. I think this is a mulligan. Also, what the crap is this doing in here? This should be a Wooded Foothills. Let's say we draw land, though. We're pretty great. We've got good... Maybe we do. Maybe we do keep. All right, I'm keeping it. I talked myself into this. Okay, we're not going to fetch. We're going to try to give ourselves an out to get in that land. This hand is Grood. Okay, well, no longer. Become Immense, no longer good. Ooh, unfortunate. Double Might of Old Krosa can definitely get there, though. Oof, that's good. So opponent's going to have cards that have more... Ooh, Pendelhaven was literally the best thing. Okay, well, I was going to say here, if we drew a land, we could play Blighted Agent to protect, to have a Blossoming Defense up to protect it. But because we got this Noble Hierarch killed, I think I'm going to lead on Ichor Claw. It allows us to attack through both of these guys effectively. and then we can hopefully draw a land to protect our Blighted Agent, which is gonna win us the game. That's my game plan, at least. We'll see what happens. Yep. Okay. Really could use a land here. Yowza. So the opponent has 2 cards in hand. Neither of those 2 cards are 1 or 2 mana creatures, I'm assuming. We could play Glistener Elf with protection. Is that better than Blighted Agent? Probably. And our life total is precarious right now, so... Whoa. Someone's rattling chains out there. Rancor. We could Vines this. I don't hate that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm assuming the rest of their hand is air. We'll see though. We're really relying on this Blighted Agent here. Yeah, no blocks. Land? Okay, sweet. So here we can get in for 1, play Blighted Agent with protection. Or we can get in for 5 and then maybe win next turn. I guess we can go for the kill as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start. Let's take the line that actually wins the game. Here, let's do it like this. So they need something now. Oh, they have their own vines. Oof. Okay. I think we could pump up to 9. This is going to get exiled. This will go to the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 1 away. Oh, this is killing us, actually. Well, because it's not the end of the game, one good Vines deserves another, I suppose. Let's see if they attack. No, just 1. Alright. +2. They have another one. Win the game. No. Okay, well, opponent's definitely going to block. Does that give them trample? Aspect of Hydra? No. Okay. So let's just attack here. There's a chance they don't block. Okay. So I could get Dryad Arbor just to block? I think that's what I'm doing. Because I'm doing that, I probably should have waited. They need to have double air in their hand. We can also see what they do here. I can become Immense it. I think I'm going to, actually. Okay. Alright, so now we can play Blighted Agent and hopefully win next turn. As long as it doesn't get trampled, we're good. So they could have, yeah, we got it. Ooh, okay, well, we did not play that first game well. We played loose that second game, but game 3 was all right. GG's. Had to draw lucky. But yeah, I think that's a matchup that you should almost always win if you're the Infect player. And we would have won game 1 if it wasn't for that timely dismember. Farrakhan. Okay, that's the same person, so we'll let bygones be bygones. And jump in on this next one. Yeah, little loose on game 1 or game 2. I think game 1. I'm pretty sure there was a way to navigate that. I just didn't. And it was going to be tight. I don't know. You guys probably, you play Magic, you get that feeling from time to time. That just like, you're not necessarily 100% sure what you did wrong in the moment, but you know that there was most certainly a place where you probably could have played a little tighter or chose a different line. Just, you get that feeling in the back of your head that you messed up. And yeah. And game 2, we should have won on a turn earlier, but we got lucky. We definitely got lucky that game. But opponent had it's like they actually did something I've thought of for a long time, which was usually most people play. I think this is a keep. GLHF, you do. I think this is a keep. But anyways, we're gonna lead on Hierarch here. Breeding pool into Hierarch. They did something I've been thinking of for a long time, which was playing Stompy not as a budget deck, or adding some other things to it. Because the core of the deck is pretty potent. So, okay, so we're going to be racing here. This is, what is this deck? We're going to save this Misty. Play Ichor Claw. Ooh, no, we're going to play an even better card. We can get in here. So, Amulet, that's the deck. Ding! Brain works eventually. So they're gonna use this as a build your own Summer Bloom, essentially. They'll be able to play an extra land a turn. I'm pretty sure we want... Can we just win here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we can't. Suppose we just attack for 1 here. Or 2, I mean. So we attack for 2 this turn, and then we have 8 the turn after. Sounds fine. And we're going to play out this Blighted Agent, so even if they have a removal spell for one of them, they need a removal spell for both of them. Ooh, land at instant speed. Radiant Fountain. Gain 2 life. Not good in this matchup, my friend. Your life total is not under duress. We're poisoners. We're poisoners here. Alright, so they're going to play that Gruul Turf. Probably return Teleria West. Teleria Rest. That's not a word. Talking's hard, guys. Don't be like me. Talk better. Do better. Gruul Turf. Returning Teleria West. Ooh, no. Radiant Fountain? You know, life gain does sound pretty good. Can't blame him. We're not going to crack this in case we draw a Groundswell. Azusa. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Alright. Let's pack them up here, boys. 6, 7, 8. Is there... There is a way, like, Pact of... The Slaughter Pact gets us here. If we attack with just 1. Is that true? Let's see. Can I play this? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can. Oh, but I didn't realize we were in the attack step, and I clicked right through it. Oh, that's so bad. And then I didn't even play this Blighted Agent. Let's see if we're dead. I don't think we are, because we can block. Man, that sucks, though. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's dust ourselves off. Land would be good. Okay. So, let's... Thought I was in the beginning combat. Now we're in the attack step. Let's attack. Blossoming Defense. The comments. Wow. Wow. That was so bad. I can't believe we got... That's so bad. Like, every fiber of my being wants to delete this video and not post it because that's incredibly embarrassing. But I'm thinking you guys are going to kick out of that. So this is, we're going to title this video, How to Play Infect Poorly, Yet Still Somehow Win. Anyways, actually, in hindsight, I think I probably should have boarded out these Ichor Clumbers. Probably, well, maybe not. But in a strict racing matchup, if your opponent is running... Yeah, I probably should have afforded a Spell or a Spell Pierce in that previous matchup. Just because this is more for threat density rather than racing. Echoing Truth is non-land, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure they have some number of enchantments. I think we just want to be fast, though. This seems like a real bad matchup for our opponent. I don't know if there's anything we want from our sideboard, though. Which means either our sideboard, Jacob Wilson's sideboard, is lacking something, or it's perfect because our main deck is great for a lot of matchups. We could bring in a Nissa. Maybe that's better than Ichor Claw. I don't know. Let's run it back. I honestly, Amulet is still not played all that much, so there isn't much consensus. There isn't a consensus. Ooh, if this was a normal land. Well, even if it was a normal land, we'd probably mulligan anyways. Maybe not, though. It's kind of great. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Hello, Nurse. I don't think we want the second Become Immense. Put it on the bottom. Turn 1 Glistener Elf. Turn 2 Inkmoth Blighted Agent, though. Hello! Ooh. Scratch that. Turn 2 Ichor Claw or Mirror. Pretty sure it's Mirror. But, because I think the plane it's from is Mirrodin? Maybe it's Mirrodin, then. I don't know. Okay, they're going off. So we probably should have sideboarded in our Artifact Hate, but I wasn't really thinking, which is not a good excuse. Let's attack. Okay. We can get in. Yeah, let's just jam. Let's not overthink it here. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of lines that you should overthink, but I think that was one that was pretty obvious. So they're getting to go off here. If you've not played against the Amulet deck, it's actually pretty awesome. So with an Amulet of Vigor and a tap land, you can essentially gain 4. Each tap land is 4. Ooh, Summoner's Pact. So they're going to get in. That's cool. Can we win next turn? 1, 2. We get to attack with both because I don't think they block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, fetch land doesn't get us there. Whole lot of good stuff going on there for our opponent. Let's see what they get. So yeah, their game plan. The game plan usually is to search for. Ooh, there, Ghost Quarter. Okay, we're not attacking with that anyways. No reason to block here. Fetch land? And a Pyroclasm? Yowza! Okay, well, they got me. So yeah, they don't win next turn. Or do they? Sure. Forest. I guess we'll play Glistener Elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're close. We've drawn a land. I don't know if that Pyroclasm was good there for our opponent. We'll see. Alright, let's see what they get here. They have a Slayer Stronghold in hand, which means any Titan from here on out will have haste. Kessig. Okay, so they're going to get the trample. Well, they already do get trample here. What's the damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's +4. No, +3. So it's 9. So which means we have to pump here to 3, and then they deal 6. Okay. I don't think we can win. But we can make it kind of close. Next turn, actually, we can get rid of this Titan. If we had drawn exactly Glistener Elf, and we did. Okay. So they need a removal spell here. Non-damage based one. That still does it, I think, right? Actually, they're going to be able to Slayer Stronghold? No, it doesn't do it. They have another one. They have 2 Dismembers? Okay, well that does it. Yep. Okay, well, as you can see, Amulet of Vigor is still a good card, if we give them time. I assume Nature's Claim. I don't know if we want all 3, though. And they are running removal spells, so perhaps Spell Pierce is where we want to be as well. The thing is, we can just go so much faster than them. They got a great draw that time. You got to give them props. Alright, so we definitely... Ichorclaw Mirrors, Mutagenic Growths, and Groundswells are, I believe, our weakest spells. I don't want to bring in all 7 of these cards. Nissa would be great, a lot better if the Titan didn't have Trample, but as we know he does. So Viridian Corruptor is kind of an easy upgrade. But turn 3 is kind of too late sometimes. I definitely want Nature's Claim. I don't think we want either one of these. We're just gonna we're gonna mulligan aggressively. So I think we want all of this. Maybe we don't want. It's close. And then bring in a couple of Spell Pierces. 3? Does that seem a little too much? Echoing Truth I don't think does enough. So we could actually get all 4 Spell Pierces. We're a little bit more reactive. 1, 2, or 3. I think I like this though. Yeah, let's bring it in. I think we probably don't want all these Spell Pierces, but I'm not sure which of the Mutagenic Growth Become Immenses we would like. I think we keep this hand and just hope to draw lands, because Glistener Elf is what we want. It's not a great 7, but if we get to untap, we can protect our elf with Apostle's Blessing. If it dies turn 1, though, it's not good. Wow, Simian Spirit Guide into turn 1 Amulet. Pretty good. Whoa! They kept a good hand. We did not draw land. That's really bad for us. I hope they have a removal spell. Looks like they don't. We know they have land in hand. Are they wanting to save the Tri-Bolter to block? Okay. So the Spell Pierce is horrendous now. Okay, sweet. So yeah, let's just attack in. I guess there's no reason to pump beyond this. Blossoming Defense saves from both the Sweeper and targeted removal here, so that's great. So next turn we can attack in for 2, 4, 5. So we're close. If we draw land, we can win. But I don't think I'm going to go for it. Opponent's digging. We like that. And this Viridian Corruptor isn't even all that good, because they have 2 amulets of vigor. So yeah, sideboarded into... So they got a mana confluence. Sideboarded into all my reactive stuff, and I didn't... Whoa, that's good. Do they not have another land? Yeah, they do. Don't really want to pop that. All right. This is close, because if we present lethal, they're just going to pop. Interesting. So I think what we actually want to do is Viridian Corruptor the Engineered Explosives after attacking in. So that gets us in for 1. And then they have to pop it. Yeah, I like that. That's a good draw from our opponent. So we essentially got in for a free Infect there. I like this line by us. So now we can attack for... Oh, interesting. They didn't go for it. I don't think we can die next turn. So they're pacting for Summoner's Pact, and then they get Titan. Sure. I don't think they can do 20 this turn. Unless they have, if they have Sunhome in hand. Even then, I don't think they can do 20. Yeah. Two Vigors lets them go off so hard. Look at that. Look at how crazy that is. Amulet of Vigor is busted. There's a reason that Summer Bloom was banned, and it was this card right here. Okay, so they get to Titan with 3 mana up. So they can technically double Titan here? I do believe. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Crazy! They can only give one of them haste, though. So we need... Let's see. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, interesting. They might be dead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they need to play another land or they're just dead. Oh, wait, no, I'm an idiot. They get 2 more lands with this Titan. Alright, so Slayer Stronghold. Yep. So they're going to be able to give them both? Ooh, okay. But Haste and Vigilance? That's kind of awesome. But, okay, so we give this guy protection from green, and then +4/+4, and then we just win. Unless something crazy happens. Oh, no. If they have Sunhome, we do lose here. I really thought they would get rid of this Tri-Builder, but their hand was bonkers. Okay, so it's not Sunhome. Whew. Okay, so if our opponent had Sunhome, we are just dead there. Because they had that second Titan. Well, I mean, they might still have it. We'll see. Oh, no, they're going to get Kessig Wolfrun. Yeah, there it is. So they have 16, and they can wolf around for a butt ton. GG's. That's crazy. Yeah, so our opponent kind of got me there with that engineered explosives, and I think they probably were never going to get rid of it. Unless they were facing lethal. In that case, I should have just attempted to present lethal and then just try to win from there. I think that was the line. Unfortunate. I thought I was being tricky, but I think that I kind of outsmarted myself there. I think it's still a fine line, all things considered. But yeah, maybe it is just alright. Yeah, because I'm playing a 2/2 and I already have a 1/1 as well. Whoa, this hand's bad. Yeah, I think I needed to present lethal there. Why did I jump right back in without making this a flooded stomping wooded foothills? I think we mulligan this as well. Okay. Well, thanks to Mir. I don't think we want. I think we're looking for anything else. Groundswell is good, but I'd rather draw another threat. Because modern. Seriously? We playing against the same person? No. Wow. Different. Back-to-back amulet mirrors just randomly? Okay. We're going to conserve our life here. I can't believe we're playing two different people playing Amulet. It's insane. And he had turn 1 Amulet. I do think this is a good matchup, though. Opponent just had great draws previously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we were to draw, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're still fine here. If we were, unless they could play Azusa here and then go off. Azusa and another Amulet. Lotus Code, bro, that's good. Okay. So 4 plus 4, yeah. Not lethal. We do win next turn, though. We just have to not die. I wonder, did Amulet place recently? Is that why I'm seeing a lot of it today? I don't know. To note, Jace would have been fine here too. If they had a removal spell, Jace might even be better. No, because they're just going to remove Jace. But in this situation, I'm glad I have Ichor Claw because it is a threat. In situations where, okay, so they didn't have it. This is what usually happens when Infect is versus Amulet. We just get off to a quick enough start, and they take some time to set up. I think we're gonna sideboard kind of like we did last time. Take out the Ichor Claws. I think I want 2 Spell Pierces. What are we even Spell Piercing? I think it's just Erase. I'm going to bring in the 2 pieces of removal. Like, we could Spell Pierce on the play. I like Spell Pierce a little bit more, because then we can maybe get an Amulet. This or this or this was a threat. We could keep this one. It's a great hand otherwise, though. Alright, keeping it. Not phenomenal, but it's an Infect hand. Opponent went to 4. This is usually what happens when you play against Amulet these days. I think we want this. Protects against any of their removal. Turn 1 Amulet. I'm just going to lead on Pendelhaven. Let's say go. I think... no, we play Misty. Ooh, what's this one? You may play an exile card if they were dealt 7 or more damage this turn. It's kind of cool. Those hideaway lands have always seen at least fringe play. It's a pretty neat effect. And there's the Tribe Scout. So I'd like to win this turn. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close. If we had enough mana. Yeah, let's just get in. We're not gonna block. We're not gonna. We're taking ourselves off of blue, but I think our life total is more important to save here. Oh crap! Well, obviously I should have Pendelhaven there. I wasn't thinking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna come in handy too. Fuck me! I can't believe I did that. Yeah. So opponent should be dead here. Wow, this is real bad. Oh, bugger. They're dead anyways. Let's play one more. Oh, we just messed up. We just missed him. Yeah, that one was just so incredible. Nah, maybe not. Let's not. I got stuff I need to do today. Sorry, gang. Nah, let's play one more. We'll play one more. This is such a quick deck. We're gonna play another one. Bonus round. Yeah, like that's. I wanted to hold priority with that on the stack, but it's just better to do it. It's more efficient to do it right off the bat. Like forgetting Pendelhaven there is a huge sin, and not one you should ever do. Like I said earlier, it's the little things with Infect. It isn't easy as long as you're very. It's one of the. It's one of those decks that's actually really hard for me personally to stream. Because I can talk through my lines with a control deck, but whenever I get talking through, for some reason, when I talk aggressive decks, it's a little bit harder for me to focus on little things. Like talking when I have a remand in hand is easier for me, but it's not the easiest for me to play an aggressive deck. Whoa, man, this hand's so close. We could keep it and just hope to get there, but I think we're going to mulligan. Yeah, this is good. Pendelhaven even. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we are okay with that. We're gonna lead on it. We're gonna lead on Glistener Elf. Ooh. This might be an actual control deck. Glistener Elf is the Glistener Elf into Hierarch, because we have 3 lands. And it's also the most damage output. Okay, well, this is better. If it's Storm, we might be alright here. Oh no, it's a control list. Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. The upside here is that we have double mutagenic growth, which will save us from Bolt. But it's not great, right? It's not great. I'm really hoping to be able to untap here. Push is even worse. This matchup does get a lot better post-board, but pre-board is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Don't go for it. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. I'm going to take 2 here. I think we're playing... Yeah. I mean, we could play Blighted Agent. Ugh. If I knew we were drawing Blighted Agent, I would have led on Hierarch. I think we're still leading with Hierarch, though. Let's see if they have a remand or something. Mana Leak. This is a good one to play after this elf has been cleaned up, and it's kind of incentivizing me to hold on to these growths, but I still think we want, if we're able to counter burn spells, I think we do want to, especially on our turn, we do want to cash these in for that effect. So the way opponent's thinking, it makes me think they definitely have a removal spell. Or they're trying to calculate if 4 cards in hand plus Pendelhaven means they're dead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So if they're all mutagenic growths, yes, you are, but they're not. They're not. Only half of our cards are mutagenic growths. You can see here how mutagenic growth really shortens the clock. They tend to, if you can get a few of them, cluster up a little bit. Ooh, do we even need 4 mutagenic growths? It's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, we don't. Yeah, it'd be 9. It would be 9. Our opponent is taking their sweet time, letting this resolve. Perhaps we shall nug them a little bit. Tough choice. Nah, we'll let sleeping dogs lie. So they do have an Ancestral Vision. Hopefully the game's over before it resolves. That's my game plan anyways. Alright, so we're just going to attack in. We're going to be smart about our Pendelhavens. Respond to this being on the stack. So now we're bolt proof. And if they don't cast a bolt, okay. They could have push in hand, but I think we're doing it here. Push essentially is game over right now. No push is very good for us. Don't tap this. Don't tap. Oh, come on. Get in. Get in the damage. Get in the damage. Yes. All right. So if we draw a pump spell and they somehow don't have another piece of removal, we win. We're going to save this Misty for any Liliana shenanigans. This is Grixis after all. So we're threatening almost lethal. Almost lethal. Would it have been too much to print a 2/1 Glistener Elf? Like, come on. It would have been. FYI. It definitely would. Pump spell. Gross. We're still going in. I think they don't have a removal spell, or else they would have used it on their turn. We were tapped out. Because it isn't lethal, I mean, it is definitely more. It's probably correct, just to put them to 9 anyways. But I want to represent as much as possible with this 2 mana. So this is Remand. Snapcaster. So the kid even Snapcaster Bolt here. That's great. It's a pretty suspect Snapcaster, right? So they need a removal spell for Blighted Agent. I think they wanted to block this Glistener Elf. But maybe not. Because then we just get that Pendelhaven pump. But after the Hierarch trigger resolved, like, we don't get it anymore. Alright. My opponent's still on 1 land. Oof. That stinks. Well, we're attacking in. So, unfortunately, the game is not over. We didn't draw another pump spell. They have to block. I think we're just going to hold these. No real reason. Ooh. So they get to draw 3. They're certainly making their land drop this turn. And if they draw any removal spell, we're kind of SOL. Getting game 1 would be great, because game 2 and 3 is a whole lot better. Just gotta sit here and cross our fingers. We have a much better Death Shadow matchup than we do just straight Grixis control, because our actual Don't Shock K command is so good here. Don't shock. Please don't shock. Alright, they want a K command here. Could also be just Snap Bolt or Snap Push. Okay, well, we get to untap. Or they're trolling us? Yeah, look like the old second main phase troll. Terminate, interesting. Pride Arbor, ha! Okay. So we can get it for 5, 6, 7 this turn. And then continue to crack in for 2, 3. Or we could save it. I think we saved the Groundswell. We'll play land though. A 3/4 Dryad Arbor attacks through their whole board until they get a delve threat. So we got that going for us at least. But this game is going to be very, very rough to win. Had to be Grixis control. Grixis control is what it had to be for our bonus match. I'm getting salty. I'm salting up over here. My phone is nowhere in sight. Can't even tweet out how much salt I'm feeling. This is unfortunate. Okay, command. Now we can just let this go, or we can Groundswell. Let's see. I think we just let it go, though. Okay. So we can get in for 4. We have 6 points of burn, essentially, in our hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have been close. So now they can Snapcaster K command, but we have protection. Ugh. This is one of those games like you always play against control, and it's like you get out to that daring start, and you're so bright and positive, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they slowly snuff out your will to live, and the light gets dimmer and dimmer until you blink for a second. No, the light was gone. Where'd the light go? It's gone. And this is like, wow. That's not going to work the way you want it to, my friends. Oh, brother. Oh. And they're even stuffing me out with subpar plays. Not that I can really speak because of that. I made a few punts of my own in this video. Oh, man. But yeah, like, they can make a play like Snapcaster Mage, target a card they can't cast, and still be incredibly far ahead in this game, just because of the way it's played out. And they are incredibly far ahead, don't get me wrong. Just because this resolved. We were so close. So I assume the pause here is our opponent attempting to cast Ancestral Vision, but realizing they can't. because for those who don't know, and it's one of those situations where it's not always going to come up, and if you're new to this deck and this card, you will make this mistake. Suspend is only if you read it, rather than cast this card from your hand, pay blue. So essentially, if you give it flashback, you can give it flashback, but you can only cast it from your hand if you're going to pay blue. Okay, that's a good one. That's a real good one. So yeah, opponent had a great Ancestral Vision, so much so that they can turn a Snapcaster into the world's worst sorcery speed ambush viper, and still be just insanely far ahead. Well, maybe I should have saved my Dryad Arbor. I'm kind of thinking like that was a play I should have made. Do we just get them to pop it? I think we just save these. Yeah. They don't block. Maybe they do. We groundswell if they block. Sure. So now we get to remove their guy for groundswell. That's fine with me. I'm sure they're going to blow this now. So essentially they're 2 for wanting us here. Yeah. Yeah, this was actually bad. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with this. That was going to get us anyways, and these 2 spells are way better. So we're looking for Inkmoth Nexus or Blighted Agent. Kalitas does... Well, I was going to say it does nothing, but it's actually... Well, it is just a 3/4 until we play something. Really need a Blighted Agent. Holding on to this fetch for future groundswells. Though... Let's see what happens here. Okay. So they are Liliana of the Veil deck. Man, we were so close. I think Groundswell is our worst pump, so we'll get rid of it. What do they get rid of? Another Kalitas. Yeah. Noble. Okay. Yeah, I think if we'd saved our Dryad Arbor, we'd actually be in a pretty decent spot here. Because Engineered Explosives doesn't deal with it. They would have had to. They would have minus this Liliana. But other than that, I don't think we were doing 14, especially now with them gaining life. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Much rather keep my pump spells in hand. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah. It's a 3-turn clock. I mean, I guess it was a 2-turn clock anyways with this, so it's not that big of a deal. So what do we need? I think we're just dead. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's the game. Engineered Explosives main deck. I like the spice. Alright. Cards we like. Boom. Shaper Sanctuary for sure. And this is also pretty good. I don't think we need anything else. They did have Engineered Explosives, so I think I want to switch out an Ichor Claw Mirror for a Viridian Corruptor too. I don't think we're bringing in 10 cards, but we'll see. Keeping at least one. Let's shave some some of the expendables. I don't think we need like Echoing Truth. It's really there just for like Blood Moons, Chalices, and Ensnaring Bridge. Just a main deck answer to that. And is a catch-all. It's also pretty good against tokens as well, which Lingering Souls is kind of rough for us to deal with. So, well, do we really sideboard 8 out? Let's see how this looks. Just embrace the grind. Get rid of 1 Ichor Claw. Kind of like this. I don't think they're going to have too much graveyard hate, so I'm okay relying on my Become Immenses. Yeah, let's go with this. We could also leave in Mutagenic Growth, maybe shave... I want to say shave some Spell Pierce, but I think because this is a Liliana deck, we could rid ourselves of an Ichor Claw for 1 Mutagenic Growth. Is that good? I don't think so. I think we just want the extra threat. All right. Come on, turn 1 Shaper Sanctuary. Nope. But I think this is a keep otherwise. Ink Moth's our best threat. This is our second best card, probably. We're going to lead on Noble, just to give us more ways to fight against targeted removal in coming turns. Plus, it's also Ink Moth, while it's a phenomenal threat of ours, is mana hungry, so we want to get the most mana out there possible. You really want turn 1 Glistener Elf, though. I don't think they have. I mean, I'm sure they're going to sideboard into one of my favorite cards, Staticaster. Our hand is very, very invulnerable to... we don't care about hand disruption right now. We essentially have 2 Pump 4s, 2 ways to protect, and 1 Big Daddy spell. That is great if you don't... If you're essentially feeling it. Ooh. We're just going to... Well, just pass here. Saves Vines. I don't think they have... yeah, we're not. We're going in. We could hold up Vines and Spell Pierce on their turn, but I don't think they have land removal. If they do have land removal, we could still give it hexproof by Ink Moth activating itself and then tossing an old Vines on it. What an eventful day. See if they do anything here. One of the many reasons I'm in Team Opt over Team Serum Visions, regardless of the deck, well, usually regardless of the deck, is just that it puts so much more pressure on a deck like Infect if you have open mana. Okay, that's not the worst. We're just gonna ding in for 2 here, though. We're not playing Glistener Elf. We could have just played Glistener Elf and then passed, I guess. But Liliana, I guess Liliana isn't the worst here. I'd rather not let her resolve, though. And we'll just save Glistener Elf for a post-removal spell. So they have a bolt or something? No, they're just fetching. Maybe it was correct to play Glistener Elf, though. Just play to the board before we... because this is going to gum up our hand if we don't draw lands. Oh, this is going to be good. Terminate? So, I think we just use Vines here. Spell Pierce is going to be good for Liliana or something later. And it's going to be hard for us to cast Vines with a kicker, as our hand currently stands. That's one of the situations, if you're the control opponent, is that it's more mana. Like, this might be their only removal spell, so maybe that's why they cast it. But if you have 2 1-mana removal spells, it's okay to have to spend 2 for 1 yourself to get rid of something like an Ink Moth, especially when that's my only threat as it stands. Oh man, if one of these was land. Okay, because Ink Moth is just great, I think what we're going to do here is we could play Glistener Elf and have up... I think we play Blighted Agent. We can only have up 1 protection spell anyways. And we need to start playing these. Okay. I don't know if this is a counterspell heavy list, but I also want to be playing these early as well because later on it gives them more time to draw into counters. And if they want to just bolt this, I'm fine with it, I think. Let's see what happens. Nothing here. Well, maybe they do have something. K command. Discard a card. Well, if we're discarding, we might as well. I guess in this situation now, I'm going to Spell Pierce. Reason being, Blossoming Defense does damage, and we're tapping out next turn. They didn't have Liliana last turn. And if they have Liliana this turn, we have 2 creatures to sacrifice. I think it's going to be Blighted Agent. We also effectively kind of played around Kolaghan's Command that turn by just casting Blighted Agent instead of attacking with our artifact creature land. Ugh, we need lands here, guys. So the reason I didn't Might of Old Krosa is that if they have 2 removal spells, we're just killing ourselves here. I want to try to play it safe. So they can't Snapcast us, so we're fine here. So they don't have Liliana. We only have essentially one protection spell. I don't think they run sweepers. No, that's not true. They definitely do run sweepers, but I don't think they're. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep everything as is. Stay peachy. I was thinking about adding Glistener Elf, but I think we're all right because playing Glistener Elf makes it so we might lose to damage-based removal here if they have 2. It's probably just correct to try to jam. Ooh, all right. So we can Might of Old Krosa here, leaving out Blossoming. Yeah, let's do that. Because then they have to untap. Or we just let this resolve? Alright, say we might. They have to untap. They can kill one of these 2 guys. Yeah, because we've got Become Immense. I think we're okay with doing that once. This is the single best card against us, though. If only we've been drawing lands. That's kind of why Jeskai control is a very bad matchup as well. But at least they have Path. And you can get some lands. We've been drawing threats. Sure. Okay. So they don't have another removal spell? Not a 1-mana one. They could have a bolt. If they had a bolt, I think they wouldn't have tapped out of it. Let's see. Let's see if they get greedy and go for it on their turn. Or if they... Well, no. They should go for it on their turn. They're in a rough spot, though. We essentially traded our might for mana. And... Because we don't have much mana, I'm okay with that. It is a point of contention, though. Oh, this is a rough one. This is a rough one. Okay. So I think we let that one slide. Land. Okay. This is brutal. Okay. I'm not going to go for it. We're going to just add more threats. We're going to try to overload this Staticaster. So we're weak to sweepers now, but Staticaster changes the math. They have 5 cards in hand, 4 untapped mana sources. Terminate. If it was just terminate, we would have been all right, but we're putting them to, what would have been? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're putting them to 8. My game plan here is to have them spend whatever they have on the board as it stands. Okay, that's annoying. We really need a land now. They're just gonna pop it. Ugh. Man, that's brutal. If we just draw 3 lands in a row, we're gonna be alright. But we have to draw those 3 lands. Honestly, we just draw 1 land in here, we're okay. God. Tilt! Tilt! So if we had 1 land, we could swing in. Really, that needed to be a land. We could swing it for 1 essentially, but we're still dead because they've been holding open Fatal Push essentially this whole time. So I'm assuming that's what they have in hand. Man. If we had just drawn lands. Why didn't we draw lands? This was a good hand. We just haven't drawn lands. Even if that Noble Hierarch was a land, like if any of those creatures was a land, we'd be in such a good spot. But let's try to figure out a way how to win and not worry about what's not going right. Tessiger, that's fine. So now they have a clock. Currently 5 turns. I'm sure we'll find a fetch between now and then, though. So I'm gonna say it's a 4-turn clock. Are you serious? Plus side is we just need to draw In the next 2 turns, we need to draw 2 lands. 3 turns. Okay, now it's, let's see, 6, 12. So yeah, we need to draw running lands here. Because they just flashed in the Snapcaster, I'm pretty sure their hand is not very good. So I'm feeling confident about being able to win if we can draw lands. They can't even activate this? No, they can. I'm going to give them Kolaghan's Command, which sounds bad, but it's the most mana expensive card. Land. God bless America. All right. They can't have. They already have removal spell for it. Yeah. I guess I could Apostle's Blessing. Let's see what they do. I'm sure they'll go for it. So yeah, we Apostle's Blessing, and we make them do it again, and then we draw a land. I think that's fine. Wait, go down to 9. We're still dead, and that doesn't affect the clock. They have to do it on their turn. So this needs, if this is a land, we're gonna be alright. It just has to be a land. Oh, it has to be a land. I want to win this game so badly. Opponents also used like infinite time. So if we can win this game, they won't even have time to beat us on the next game. So it seems like they have another removal spell. Okay, no, they don't. Which they read. I don't know why they're waiting so long. Sure. We'll give them back Kolaghan's Command. Like I said earlier, it's the most mana. It taps them out of the most that they could have. So they need to do this pre-combat. Like, I don't think I'm going to block though, because it doesn't really change. Let's see, they get in for 2 this turn. 7, 4, 5, 6. It does kind of change the math, but well, let's see. Let's see what they do. God, I cannot imagine. We're up literally 13 minutes of clock on them. Now their deck does require a lot of decisions, but I mean our deck does too. We have to think on our feet. Yeah, if they don't do it now, they did let us block, which means maybe I should have blocked. But if we don't draw land, like we need to untap with this. If we don't draw land, if we do draw land, blocking was still good. They drew land though, which actually is really bad for us. I was hoping to tap them out of all but 1 mana, so that we could make our Blossoming Defense good. Okay, so they went for it. Land. Nah. Oh, that's so bad. This is one of my least favorite Met losses of all time. That's Magic though, my friends. Sometimes you're just so close. Like, look, we had it. We had it. Now we have to chump with this? We don't even get to chump either. Well, I guess, yeah, I forgot they had Kolaghan's Command. We'll concede. Well, now let's make them go through the motions. There's no way we're going to let them lose to clock. We'll concede before that happens. Okay. There. Okay, what? All right. They're taking just long enough. Yeah, do it. Come on. Come on, Marcus P. Just do it. Don't make me concede. No, I'm not even gonna block. I'm gonna let you do it. So you let me go to blocks. It didn't really matter. All right. Well, bonus match was a bonus kick right in the butt. But Infect is still Infect. It's still a good deck in this meta. The demise of Infect has been thoroughly exaggerated. I do think it's better. It's a deck where you definitely, if you have a good read on your meta, or what people are going to be bringing to your FNM or your RPTQ or your PTQ, I think this is one of those decks that is great to try to spike a tournament. If people are prepared for Infect, Infect isn't necessarily the best against the wide meta that is represented on Magic Online, but it's still very good, very powerful deck. And honestly, it has game against every single deck because you can win as early as turn 2 and on turn 3 and 4. Turn 4 pretty consistently. Turn 3 sometimes, and turn 2 if you're lucky. But yeah, as for Jacob's innovations, didn't really get to use much of this. Ichor Claw is great, just as another threat, and it makes blocking really difficult. It also is another target for the Destroy Artifact side of Kolaghan's commands. That's something to think of. Most people online play a Viridian Corruptor as the second Infect creature, but Jacob favored a more low-to-the-ground list. And the guy is a Pro Tour player and one of the best Magic players on the face of the earth, so I'm not necessarily going to disagree with this list. I'm going to play with this list more before I try to innovate otherwise. I do think you could, if you have the Jace Viren's Prodigies, I would definitely try them out in this deck right there because it's a good slot. And Emma Handy and I think it's Zach Snide have played Infect with Jace Viren's Prodigy to good success on the SCG Tour. So that is something that you probably want to be putting a lot of stock into, as well as Jacob's list. They're all good players, and you can learn a lot from all of them. And their lists are usually way better than mine. But anyways, that's Infect. Hope you guys had a great time, and you're having a good day, and the weekend is upon us. So get out there, sling some spells, go have fun, enjoy yourselves. I'll be here next Monday for our usual content. I had a great week coming back from vacation, and shout out to all the subs again. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. As always, I'm Andrew for Tier Fun, signing off.